know that your wife
Did
got
this.
urinated on and then found this out in court.
It's a lot.
Could you handle that?
But let me tell you, not only because he had left, he was in the back of the court and then he went. I think they took up to like a back room. But the you know,
Diddy's
all the
kids.
Diddy kids are there,
Yeah.
right? So his daughters are there. I was sitting behind them. It was awkward for me to watch them have to listen to all of this. After he started, the male Esther started getting into a lot of the masturbation and stuff. They got up and left.
Who told him to leave? Did Diddy say leave or?
No, Diddy didn't tell them to leave. I don't know if there was a conversation or not. I looked up from writing and I saw them get up, so I don't know. But I know that they were like checking on each other throughout. I saw them ask like Christian at one point, like, "You okay?" 'Cause
Imagine being a teenager and hearing the most disturbing things about your own father, things so shocking you can't even stay in the courtroom without crying. That's the painful reality for C and Diddy Combs' daughters. Chance, Jessie, and Delilah have found themselves stuck in the middle of a storm that no child should ever experience. These girls are facing things that would shake even the strongest adult.
Speaking of D-Rock, I know Cassie, she testified that D-Rock would tell her to put an ice pack on her face after Diddy would beat her up.
Yeah, I can see that. D-Rock is a very charming person. He's very charismatic, you dig? Just my opinion, and shout out to him. But I feel like D-Rock was trying to do right by Puff.
Since Cassie's lawsuit went public, life for them has only become more heartbreaking. And recently, during a court session, it became too much to handle. As emotional and graphic testimony was read aloud, the girls reportedly left the courtroom in tears. To fully understand what's happening now, we need to go back to where all this began. Everything started when singer Cassie filed a lawsuit against Diddy. In it, she revealed years of alleged mistreatment. According to her, Diddy not only physically harmed her, but also forced her into situations that were degrading and deeply disturbing.
Mr. Combs, is this not the perfect father-daughter date night?
I'm speechless. I am speechless. Baby, you look so beautiful. So beautiful. She's a future actress. Her name is Chance Combs. Chance, you tell her.
Yes, I'm an aspiring actress, and it's my first time at the Oscars, so I'm really excited to be here.
She accused him of hiring escorts and making her watch as he engaged with them and other men. She also said he controlled every part of her life and manipulated her in ways that left her feeling powerless and humiliated. The details in the lawsuit shocked the world. They were graphic, uncomfortable, and difficult to read. While social media users debated every word, many forgot that behind all of this were real people who loved Diddy, including his daughters. For them, this wasn't just a news headline, it was their everyday life unraveling in front of the world. From the moment Cassie stepped forward, Diddy's daughters were thrown into chaos.
Diddy has said this, he said, when I give a party, I have to have an ambulance outside of the house. Paramedics ready. That people have to take IVs. Remember the time that him and his mama kissed each other on the lips? Do you remember that both of them was getting an IV at the same time? That's from the Diddy Freak Off party.
At the time, they were just trying to enjoy their teenage years attending prom, preparing for exams, applying to colleges. But suddenly, their lives were turned upside down. They were now connected to serious allegations, ones involving abuse, violence, and even sexual misconduct. Their father, the man who raised them, was being painted as a monster. Everywhere they turned, someone had an opinion. The media was non-stop. Strangers online made harsh comments. Even their classmates were likely whispering behind their backs. And through all of it, they had to carry on like everything was normal. Some days, they smiled for cameras. Other days, they walked into courtrooms, sitting behind the man they once looked up to as their hero. But things didn't stop with Cassie's lawsuit. Another woman stepped forward, and her story was even more shocking.
Kooky dreams. I dreamt once my memories were chocolate raisins in a jar, and people could go and take the memory and suck the chocolate off the raisin to get my memory.
A woman, referred to as Jane Doe to protect her identity, filed a new lawsuit. She claimed she met Diddy back in 2001. At first, things felt normal. They went out to clubs, shared meals, and spent time at his studio. But soon, things changed. During their fourth time hanging out, she said Diddy became aggressive and assaulted her in his apartment. That was disturbing enough. But what really left people speechless were the humiliating details she included. She described Diddy's private parts in a way that shocked even seasoned court reporters. She claimed his size was small, using the term Tootsie Roll to describe what she saw. This detail quickly made its way to social media. People weren't just reacting, they were mocking him. One comment read, "His ego just got crushed in one sentence." Others called him names like Mini Mogul and Baby Puff. For someone who built an entire brand around power, success, and dominance, the ridicule was brutal. Now, imagine being a teenage girl and hearing the world laugh at your father. Imagine sitting in school or scrolling through your phone and seeing thousands of jokes about the most personal part of your dad's body. That's what Chance, Jesse, and Delilah had to face. Despite the chaos, the girls continued to appear in court. Some thought it was a sign of loyalty. Others believed it was a legal tactic to show Diddy as a devoted father surrounded by loving children. But no matter the reason, those girls were present during some of the hardest moments in court. One of the most emotional scenes came during the testimony of Daniel Phillips, a male escort. He claimed that Cassie hired him to be with her, but said it was actually under Diddy's orders. What shocked everyone was what he said happened during those encounters. Phillips testified that Diddy would sit in the corner of the room and watch touching himself while everything unfolded. Hearing such claims is horrifying for anyone. But for daughters sitting in the front row, it was unbearable. According to people inside the courtroom, Chance, Jesse, and Delilah had to leave multiple times in tears. They couldn't sit through the testimony. Who could blame them? Imagine hearing a stranger describe your dad doing something like that. The public watched their every reaction. Cameras captured their pain. Their tears became headlines. But this wasn't just a legal case. It was a living nightmare, playing out in real time, in front of the world. People online started asking a big question. Why are the girls in the courtroom at all? Some thought they were there out of love. Maybe they wanted to show support. Maybe they believed in their dad's innocence. But others believed it was more calculated. Fans accused Diddy of using his daughters as a shield. They suggested he wanted people to see a family man, someone who couldn't possibly be guilty of such awful things. Every time a disturbing story was shared, 3 young girls were sitting behind him, silently backing him up. Some called it a tactic, not a choice. This kind of strategy isn't new in celebrity trials. Rapper Tory Lanez brought his child to court during his trial. Rihanna and AEAP Rocky brought their baby to Rocky's hearing. The goal is clear: show the public a softer, more human side. But in Diddy's case, the girls aren't babies. They're old enough to understand every painful word being said. And that's what makes this situation even more heartbreaking. After the new lawsuit, things exploded online. Jane Doe's Tootsie Roll comment became a joke across social media. People made memes, shared jokes, and created nicknames like Itty Bitty Diddy. For Diddy, this was beyond embarrassing. For his daughters, it was unbearable. But then, people began to ask deeper questions. Why did Cassie have to bring in other men? Was Diddy insecure? Was he trying to live out fantasies because of his own physical limitations? The jokes turned into theories. Theories turned into more support for the original lawsuits. And once again, his daughters were right in the middle of it. One of the people who's been talking about Diddy for years is his former bodyguard, Gene Deal. At first, people brushed him off. But now, with lawsuits matching his past claims, they're starting to pay attention. Gene said he saw disturbing things while working for Diddy. He spoke of parties where women were brought in for the entertainment of Diddy and his friends. He claimed that Cassie didn't want to be there and that she was used to lure other women. According to him, Diddy liked to watch. He often recorded what happened or just sat in the background. These claims line up closely with what Daniel Phillips said in court. And it doesn't stop there. Gene also said staff around Diddy were too scared to speak up. Many of the women at those events didn't really want to be there. They were pressured or tricked into it. What once seemed like gossip is now being backed up with court documents and legal statements. There's even talk in Hollywood circles. A blind item, a secret rumor often shared in entertainment blogs, claimed that Diddy's relationship with actress Sienna Miller ended due to more than just normal drama. According to the rumor, drug use and issues with physical performance played a role. Fans connected that rumor to the Jane Doe claims, saying it added more proof that Diddy's struggles were deeper than just legal trouble. It painted a picture of a man battling personal demons and dragging others down with him. In the past, Diddy's daughters tried to stand by him. When their mother, Kim Porter, passed away, they released a public statement asking for love, truth, and privacy. At the time, it showed a family coming together during grief. But today, things look different. What was once a united front is starting to crack. The girls are older now. They understand more, and they're seeing things they never expected to see about their own father. It's not just rumors anymore. It's court testimony. It's tears. It's real. While Diddy's legal team fights to protect his freedom, his daughters are trying to hold themselves together. They're still in school, trying to maintain friendships, dreaming of the future. But it's hard to dream when your family is in the middle of a nightmare. They didn't ask for this. They didn't choose this life. And yet, they carry the weight of their father's reputation every day. So, what do you think? Should Diddy's daughters have been kept away from the courtroom to protect them? Or were they simply trying to stand by their father in the only way they knew how? Their pain is real. Their tears aren't for show. And while Diddy's name is making headlines, his daughters are quietly dealing with emotional wounds that may take years to heal. One thing is certain, no child should ever have to go through what they're going through right now. Thanks for watching. If this video touched your heart or opened your eyes, please give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about everything Diddy's daughters are going through? No child should have to witness something so heartbreaking. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on this story and others like it. We'll continue to bring you the real truth behind the headlines. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. This is your channel name signing off. Stay strong, stay informed.